I saw this video, right? I saw this reel. It was of these two friends, one of them being a nurse, the person that was being recorded, and the person that was doing the recording was, I don't know. But the person that was a nurse, I mean, the person that was recording, I guess they're friends and maybe roommates as well. But she was mad at her friend, the nurse, because she found some paperwork around the house of her man taking a test for chlamydia and he was positive.
Mm-hmm.
And the friend who's a nurse did not tell
Mm-hmm.
her friend that her man tested positive for chlamydia. She kept it a
Mm-hmm.
secret. And when confronted with this, the nurse friend said, "Well, it's a law. I can't tell you personal information like that. I could lose my job." Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they began arguing. You shouldn't, hurt the the girl saying to the nurse friend, "It shouldn't matter. None of that should matter. We friends. You letting him, he has this or whatever, blah blah blah, and you not telling me. You letting me be in danger, blah 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 blah." Girl just kept
Yeah.
harking back to the fact that it's a law. I can't do that, or else I could lose my license. I could lose my job. All of this stuff. Where do you guys fall on
Right.
this? How do you feel?
This is a layup. I can't. I'm not going to tell you. You put yourself in danger. This is your nigga. That's your pussy. That's your chlamydia now. Because if I tell you, it's not. It's not a matter of if you're going to tell him. It's a matter of when.
Right.
He knows that I know.
Mm-hmm.
If because in the story, the friend tested it. He knows that I know.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows when he comes to you and you confront him, and now you know that you're going to know from me. So this is a layup. I'm never putting how I feed myself in harm's jeopardy. You did what you did. Maybe I left the paperwork out so you could find it. Like, I don't know. Or maybe God made sure you found it so you could find out. But holding me accountable for what your nigga do with his dick is insane. I'm never stopping my bread so you could argue with a nigga for 2 weeks and then y'all get back together. Because that's what's going to happen.
That's a fact.
So no, you put your pussy in danger, not me. These are the bricks.
Break it up. Break it up.
I definitely think that there should be respect to her employment. Like, you should definitely like respect the fact that she took an oath and said she'll keep, like medical affairs private. I think that's like HIPAA, right? So like you have to
Mm-hmm.
keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah.
But I also understand the outrage from the friend, because it's like, you think your friendship is more important than that, and it's also like a shocking thing to find out you're being cheated
In my
on.
livelihood, my life's dead.
Right. But if you're the person that's being cheated on and like you tested their significant other for STD, like that shit could be like that's threatens your health. So like you would think like my person, me, like me as a person should be more important than the money that you make, especially for friends. So I can understand her point of view. So I'm kind of torn between the two, because I get both sides. I think the right thing though is to respect your employment, because in my experiences, if you lose your job, your friend's not paying your rent or your mortgage, right? So
Come on.
like you're not going to pay for this
Come
car
on.
note, this phone bill, whatever may be the case. So I got to pay these bills. But then you also got to think from the point of view of, why did the boyfriend choose to go to the nurse friend? Like, you went to her knowing that
You
this
don't
could
have
possibly
insurance.
get back.
It's free.
So you wanted her to tell her for you, like, I gave you chlamydia, right? Like
Not necessarily.
you would think she found paperwork, so that means it obviously wasn't put away. Like, she found it from somebody, so it was there to be seen. Then out of any medical professional that you could have went to, you went to her friend who was a nurse to test you. Like, that's a little wild. It's a little bold too. Like, to find out that, to like let her friend know that you have chlamydia. It's crazy.
It
Unless
could
you
be a
wanted a
small town,
possibility of
and
her being informed.
small town, one clinic. She's the nurse. I don't know. I don't know the details of that. What I know is holding me responsible for the dick that you suck is crazy. You fucking this nigga raw. You putting my health in danger. Nah, big dog. You're putting your health in danger. You
But what
trust
if?
this nigga. I'm simply at work.
But
So
that I'm like oblivious to this shit, and I'm a good girl type shit. I'm faithful to this nigga.
Or I know you're not a good girl and you gave him chlamydia.
Right. So there's two. So that's what I'm saying. So either I think both sides can be right.
Out of it completely, and then you two niggas figure it out. If I tell
you made yourself a part of it once you tested that nigga.
I'm just at work. If the phone rings,
you could have been like, "Hey, this is a conflict of interest," because that's another thing.
It's
you can
not
also go to your employer. It is. You can go to your employer and be like, "I know this nigga. I can't test him for STD because if I find out he's cheating on my girl,
you're gonna get fired. You take an oath. You have a duty. That is true.
No. You have the oath, right?
Or nurse, if you're a doctor or nurse,
you're talking to a nigga who has 4 nurses in their family, RNs. Yeah. I know.
So if you refuse to,
you're not refusing
at work, you are.
You're not refusing. You're going. It's different. It's different from telling a nigga, no, I'm not going to do it. Like I refuse to do it, and as opposed to going to whoever's in charge of your unit and be like, hey, like honestly, I know this nigga. He's friends with. He's the spouse of one of my good friends. If I find out that he has an STD, it's going to be hard for me to not break the oath that I took. And then we'll just have Jenny go ahead and take the test, and we'll keep you off of the files.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you because if you come to me like that as your boss, I'm gonna be like, well, I expect you to do your job.
No, that's the part of taking an oath, dude. That's why when you go to a job, that's why when you any company that you work for, there is a clause that you have to sign for conflict of interest, whether it be business or personal. But whether it be business or personal.
But wouldn't that be if it puts your execution of the job in danger? Like, for example, of course, a surgeon shouldn't operate on his wife because that's a conflict of interest. He could not be in the right state of mind to make the correct decisions as a doctor operating surgery. But to just draw someone's blood,
like a detective's family member gets killed.
Right. This is perfect.
They're not allowing that detective to run the case.
Work the case.
So they're not allowing them to do that. We'll go get Detective Billy instead to go handle this. We don't want you anywhere near this.
But that detective
knows and knows his wife.
Yes, and that detective can also look at the files. He can have all the knowledge. He can't make the arrest.
No, I'm telling you straight up. I don't want to be on this case because it's my kid, right? My kid got killed. My wife got killed. Whatever. I don't want to be on this case. They're not going to fire you for saying that.
Right.
If they weren't aware.
If it's a conflict,
this. So you can.
If you come to the guy, if you come to your sergeant, you say, "Hey, I don't want to investigate Aaliyah because I know her dad really well." They're gonna be like, "Nigga, go lock her." What are you talking about?
It's like they don't let surgeons work on their family members.
Agreed. Right. There's a different separation with this. We're not going to tell you can't.
Not your family, and all you do is know their spouse. Run that nigga test. What are you talking about? And don't tell her you ran the test. Get your ass back to work.
Your friend's husband. They're not gonna, hey, if you say you don't feel comfortable working on your friend's husband as a surgeon, they're gonna be like, okay, we understand.
Right, but you just said two different things. You said you would come to your boss.
Because I'm going off of based on what y'all gave me as a retort.
I don't think I can hold this secret. They're gonna be like, no, you're gonna service this man, and you're going to hold the secret. Get back to work.
Or are you gonna lose your license?
No, not necessarily. If you tell them, I think Corey, what you're saying is down the right path. Is down the right path.
Right.
If you tell them you don't feel like you can actually complete the task properly because you know the person, I think that will be considered very differently than if you said, I know the person and I might leak their medical information if I do it. They're gonna be like, what? No, go do your job and don't say nothing. Like,
not
honestly, you shouldn't.
I don't feel comfortable knowing this information about my friend and her man. I don't feel comfortable knowing it.
Yeah,
but you already know it. Too. You already know it.
It's not just not necessarily. I know he's coming in for a test. I don't know the results. Like, I just don't feel comfortable knowing. That's fine.
If I'm your boss and you come and tell me that, so what is going to stop you from telling your friend that he came in for a test?
Yeah, you fired yourself.
It's my word. I'm not.
So use that same
telling
word.
You, if I do conduct this test, there's a high possibility that I'm going to tell her that this nigga got an STD test and that he failed.
Yeah, you're going to get fired, big dog.
I don't know about that. They're going
to be watching you. They're going to be watching you. Don't go to your boss. Don't go to
your boss. I wouldn't
because here's the thing. And this is why I think that it would be treated that way. is because when there's a HIPAA violation, it doesn't just put the person that violated it in danger. It puts the entire establishment in danger.
The whole department.
The whole
Absolutely.
fucking
I'm trying to prevent myself from causing a HIPAA violation by telling you to not have me administer this test.
But if you come to us, tell us you're a liability, we might get you out of here.
And that's a lawsuit. Because I've done nothing but let you know that I didn't want to put myself in a position that could ruin my position and your standing as a company. So if y'all fire me for that, which is an invalid reason, I have a lawsuit. Play with me.
It's a super valid reason.
No, it's not.
You're not capable of doing the job you signed up to do.
I've done because there's a history of me conducting these tests, and I can do my job. But this is a different factor that's added to this situation, a variable that's super close to me that's going to cause a conflict. I'm asking you as a professional to not allow me to conduct this. If y'all fire me because I'm making a request as an employee for my well-being and the company's well-being, I'm going to sue you.
Maybe.
If our well-being is tied to your feelings, you are fired.
That's not true. It's not feelings. It's not necessary. It's not feelings.
This is not. It is. This is not your family member. You're choosing to put he came into a test. This is his right as an American citizen.
I'm telling you, this is morally incorrect. This is ethically incorrect. This is ethically wrong for me to do this. Listen. I determined that this is ethically wrong. I determined it's ethically wrong because if we talking lawyers, words matter. So I determined that it's ethically wrong.
So
if you fire me for going against what I believe to be ethically correct or incorrect, I have a lawsuit. Who said win or lose? Maybe
I don't mind you suing.
It's up for interpretation.
Everybody's going to love that you got fired because you're telling me somebody who is not your family walked into this building, asked for a standard test. Somebody who is not your family walked in here and asked for a standard test. You came into my office and said, "Hey, if I do this, I might break HIPAA." Just you even having the conversation.
Why would I say that? Who says that though? See, you guys put those in those words. If I go in there and I say I do not feel comfortable administering this test because I know this person and their family, I don't feel comfortable doing so. That is not a reason for you to go, you're fired. I don't feel comfortable. I have a history of administering this test to multiple fucking people. So there's not a pattern of me doing this. This is a one-off case scenario that I do not feel comfortable doing. So if you fire me, I'm suing.
A natural follow-up question.
All right, look.
Why do you feel comfortable? Hold on, verse before you read what you're about to read. As your boss, my natural follow-up question would be, why don't you feel comfortable giving this test?
Because I don't feel comfortable. I know these people.
See, you know who? Is that a family member?
I know these people. I do not feel comfortable.
Well, I can't control everybody you know. Patients are going to come in that you know, and you're going to need to service them. That's the job.
I do not feel comfortable. I'm making a request as an employee to not have to administer this test.
You don't think
7 other nurses that can do this? There's 7 other nurses that can do this right now. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, but that's discrimination as well. You can't just pick your. If it's not your family,
that's discrimination because I have a valid reason for not doing that. It's not because they're black. It's not because it's a woman.
No.
It's not because it's a man. It's because I
determine whether it's valid, not you. I tell you whether
and you determine that, and I find your determination unethical. I'm going to sue you.
Hey, I'm with it. That would be dope. We should play that out. That'd be dope. What was you gonna read, brother?
Yes, a nurse can refuse an assignment that they believe could put them
playing with me.
or the patient.
Let me go get me a Bev. Thank you.
Can I finish the damn?
Can you even finish the?
Yes, yeah. Like nigga, gotta let your flowers. Let me give you all the flowers first. Like nigga, get 1 rose. Like now I got a whole 11 left.
It's over.
Yes, a nurse can refuse an assignment that they believe could put them or the patient at serious risk. This is based on professional and ethical responsibilities, which would include the nurse's concern about maintaining patient confidentiality and avoiding a conflict of interest due to a personal relationship. The nurse should communicate this refusal to the supervisor as soon as possible, so alternative arrangements can be made.
That's fire.
I think it's dope too. I think it's dope too. But listen, if I'm running my own practice, if this is Robinson family,
you administering the test.
Yeah, like you need to do your job. You
Let
need
me
to do your
talk to
job.
y'all out there, to the people, the Caps and Crown
They,
viewers.
they said,
Let me
oh,
talk.
could you reverse the whole time?
Let me talk.
Could you
Yeah, I
reverse the
did.
whole
Let me
time?
talk to the Cappies and the Crownies real quick. Y'all heard them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard them.
he said exactly. He said exactly what you said. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Coming
That's
from
fire.
a nigga with 4 nurses in their family. Let me talk to y'all. See, niggas get up
That's amazing.
early and walk off. Niggas do their little, you know, it's like hitting a home run and it's a no doubter. You know what I'm saying? You know, but these niggas don't know. They think it's just a high pop fly. They think it's about to go, it's about to be short, but you just know. You know, so you just walk off, nigga, trot around the bases real quick, come back with some trail mix. Feel me?
Corey, you don't know how bad your lawsuit is going to be. You're going to win so good. I'm still going to fire your black ass.
That's fine. I'm up. I'm up. On some Shannon Sharp shit, I'm up. I retired from OnlyFans. I retired from OnlyFans. I'm good.
You're not up. We're in Arizona. It's right the worst state. I can fire you because I don't like you. Bye.
No, but you could still sue.
Yeah,
for
sue.
unethical practices. Because they still have union, even though it's a right to work state. A lot of them things is privatized. I don't know if in Arizona if it's like that, but this ain't in Arizona though. This probably most nurses have unions. Most of them do. My father's ahead of one.
But she keeps her job because salute to her, she didn't give the information out.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have. So it was never a conflict of interest for her.
He wasn't tripping. Hey, you fucking around on her. I live with her. She fucking around on you. Who knows where the chlamydia came from? Pee in the cup. I'll see you later, brother. Take this shot in your ass. I'll see you later. That's how you do.
Yeah, as far as
the twist is he was fucking a nurse, and the nurse gave him chlamydia.
Yeah, that's why I texted. The fuck? No, I texted him to see what he got before I gave you some pussy. That was the agreement. Yeah, I'll fuck you.
It is. There is a bit of a fishiness with the fact that she tested him. There's definitely a bit of fishiness.
No, it could be. It could just be a small town, bro.
Possibly. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, it could just be a small town. Like, where you from, Corey? What little bitty town in Illinois you from? It could be one of them. It's 2 lights in one hospital. Where you gonna go?